summary of EPA lead-safe renovation, repair, and painting program rule. The EPA estimates that about half of all homes built before 1978 have lead paint. The likelihood of finding lead paint increases with the age of the home. For example, it is estimated that 2 out of 3 homes built between 1940 and 1960 have lead paint, and 9 out of 10 homes built before 1940 have lead paint. There is also a high potential for lead paint in other types of buildings built before 1978, including buildings such as schools, daycares, and healthcare facilities. Recognizing the seriousness of lead poisoning, the EPA issued a regulation that requires the use of lead-safe practices during renovation, repairs, and painting work. The Lead Paint Renovation, Repair, and Painting Program, or RRP rule, is an EPA regulatory program affecting contractors, property managers, and others who disturb painted surfaces. The RRP rule applies to residential houses, apartments, and child-occupied facilities such as schools and daycare centers built before 1978. Essentially, under the rule, child-occupied facilities are defined as any building where children under age 6 are present on a regular basis. The EPA recognizes that many common renovation activities such as demolition, sanding, cutting, and painting projects can create significant amounts of hazardous lead dust if not handled properly. The resulting lead dust presents a serious health hazard for both adults and children. However, children are especially susceptible to the hazards of lead as their brain and central nervous systems are still developing. Prior to starting any renovation work in a child-occupied facility, there is a requirement to provide an EPA lead hazard pamphlet to affected owners, occupants, and their families. Effective in April 2010, the new lead RRP rule requires that renovation contractors be certified by the EPA, and their employees must be properly trained in the use of lead-safe work practices.
Who is covered under this regulation?
In general, anyone who is paid to perform work that disturbs paint in housing and child-occupied facilities built before 1978 is covered. This may include residential rental property owners and managers, general contractors, and specialty trade contractors, including but not limited to painters, plumbers, carpenters, electricians, and weatherization contractors.
What types of renovation activities are covered under this regulation?
The RRP rule broadly defines renovation as any activity that disturbs painted surfaces and includes most repair, remodeling, painting surface preparation, and maintenance activities, including window replacement and other weatherization. If a facility was built before 1978, you must assume that lead paint is present or have the work area tested for lead paint before starting the job. The rule requires various special work methods be used and precautions are taken during the work. For example, posting of warning signs, use of dust barriers, HEPA filter vacuums, and proper waste handling.
What if someone renovates their own home?
The RRP rule applies only to renovations performed for compensation. Therefore, if you work on your own home, the rules do not apply. Nonetheless, EPA encourages homeowners to use lead-safe work practices in order to protect themselves, their families, and the value of their homes.
Is a renovation performed by a landlord or the employees of a property management firm considered a compensated renovation under the EPA's rule?
Yes. The receipt of rent payments or salaries derived from rent payments is considered compensation under EPA's lead program. Therefore, renovation activities performed by landlords or employees of landlords are covered.
Are there other regulations that also apply to work with lead paint?
Yes, it is important to note that if you have employees that will be working in and around lead paint, you will also need to ensure compliance with other applicable state rules and federal OSHA regulations. Some of these requirements go beyond the new EPA lead RRP requirements. The rule also does not address lead abatement or child lead poisoning incidents. For these abatement situations, You must defer to your specific state and federal housing and urban development program requirements for use of specialized licensed abatement professionals. Certification under the lead RRP rule does not make you qualified or licensed as a lead abatement professional. RPF Associates is an EPA-approved training provider. In addition, RPF Associates provides inspection, testing, clearance, and other hazardous material management services. Please contact our office or visit our website for current information regarding our class schedules and testing services.